right, welcome everybody. Another beautiful Monday over here in Idaho. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just trying to trying to get a lot done in a little bit of time, you know.
So next Monday we might be able to do a remote.
Metal Monday,
Special remote Metal Monday. I'll be
and then
here.
the next Monday you'll be gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 remote Metal Mondays
in a row.
So we'll see how those work out. Okay.
It'll work out good. I think that's the plan.
So you were about a day or two short on winning your bet.
Fuck,
right?
that's the story of my life. Day late and $1 short.
Copper ran what to 450? Somewhere
452.
452.
I'm just here to donate. I'm the story of my business career. Here to donate donate scrap to the steel mills so they can get rich. Donate money to you so you can go on vacation. Perfect. I'm just here to donate, man.
You're a good man.
I'm just here to help everybody out.
You'll get it back. Okay, so copper ran. It came off a little bit. You're still in the 440s though. You're still where you would have won your bet. Ferris, any clarity?
It's gonna come off. You know, I saw a post yesterday. It was gonna come off pretty big. I think it just depends. It's like anything, right? Some guys it might come off 80, some guy it might come off 30, but really at the end of the day, it probably depends on where you started from, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to say the market's down $50. Well, if you already had a shitty price to begin with, maybe you're only down 20, but you're still the same price as the guy that came down 80.
Yeah.
Because he had a good price. So the reality of it is the price is down. The market's definitely going to be off in June. I still stand by the fact that there isn't a lot of scrap out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there might be the next month or so as people just couldn't get rail cars and couldn't get shit delivered. But I firmly believe that there's going to be a bounce in this thing, assuming that there's no big recession or anything like that, assuming that the demand stays somewhat reasonable. There's, you know, we can't. The price can't come down much further with $6 diesel and supply and logistics issues, and to where the rubber meets the road somewhere, and there's just not enough supply coming into the system on the processor, from the processor standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. So it's going to take a few months to clear that up, I think. So, we could see some pretty good downdraft this month, next couple months, really, but we'll see.
But you think it's not going to completely collapse? You think it's going to hang out or find a new bottom? Think it kind of could rebound maybe this fall?
That's my belief.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be opportunity. I don't see a full-on just, recession. Not this year. It doesn't feel like that. I mean, I was even reading something this morning on housing, right? And they were talking about the housing prices finally starting to kind of level out or come off, right? People are starting to, price reductions and whatever else. But the reality of it is, like, if you look at how much supply is available, like even in our market, right? They said it's like 1.2 months of supply. Well, a healthy market's like 5 months of supply.
Okay.
So even on that front alone, right, the housing market everybody's so concerned about, does it have some room to come off? Yeah, a little bit, in some markets especially. But in general, like, unless they find a way to build more houses and get the supply up.
They're trying.
They're trying, but also you have to remember, like, everybody got stung so hard in 06 and 07. People are fucking nervous about holding inventory, about building spec homes, about being able to, build something they can't sell. So until there's any clarification on interest rates and whatever else, I think that plays a role into the economy as a whole and people's willingness to buy and do and take a chance and build. So I think that plays a role even on domestic scrap pricing, really. But it still comes back down to a strong dollar, like. Where the rubber meets the road is when your dollars are strong. You saw what happened today, right? The commodities are up. Why? Because the dollar took a breath.
Yep.
It came off. What happens, like, when that, 20-year strength comes to it, starts to, like,
to really go down.
Yeah.
Then you'll see some.
There's gonna be some strength.
I think we got that variable. I think when China finally opens all the way back up and starts buying tons and gets after more material, I think it could go really crazy here in 2-3 months.
Did you see that China didn't sell a car in the month of May?
Yeah, which is hard for me to believe.
But you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like, at least
crazy.
on the books. Like,
Yeah.
when you take an economy that size and you just shut it all the way down, it's the same thing when COVID first hit in the U.S. and you took our consumption, driven economy and you just shut it all the way down. Well, shit, why do you think the airports and the restaurants and everybody's having so many issues right now? Because they're trying to turn this thing back on, or it's been on for a while, and that rev limiter is just...
Yeah.
Like the supply, of labor, the supply of pieces, parts, and, the inputs. I mean, that's until this, you don't just slow the whole world down or virtually bring it to a stop and expect it to just turn on with the light switch. So we're gonna feel some bumps and some bruises, I think, along the way.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, we'll wait and see where it goes, but I'm still optimistic that it turns back, goes back to going up here in, maybe August, September. That's kind of where I think.
I feel like, yeah, like I said, who knows, like what, like Black Swan type of event is out there. I mean, that we don't see coming, right?
Yeah.
Over and above what's all the craziness that's going on right now. But assuming that, we can navigate some of these issues, I feel like, there's still a lot of opportunity to be had.
And there's still going to be a huge need for copper. A huge
1,000%.
A huge need. I mean,
Aluminum,
for all
steel,
of it. All of it. But like copper with the big push on electric vehicles and things of that nature, to make that happen, you got to use double the copper we're using now. Where does that all come from?
The reality of it is, like, you think about these electric vehicles, and you start to really, like, if they really want to get to, 20, 30% like adoption with electric vehicles, you realize how much metal that requires. And I'm talking about lithium, cobalt, rare earths, aluminum. Like, it's a vast amount. I mean, it's almost unfathomable. And then if you think the price of an electric car is going to stay low when all your input costs are just soaring, you're crazy. The government's subsidizing it already, right? So what? I mean, there's a lot of unknowns out there, and that one I feel pretty confident about. It's going to take longer than people really believe. So, but it's going to push commodities prices.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, everybody.
Have a great day, a great week, and try and keep the wheels on the bus.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, bye.